Hey guys, it's me, Brian. Uh, it's me. Um, I'm actually not here to talk about trans-related stuff. I'm actually talking about what's going on right now. Cause I need a place to talk. In a week, well, tomorrow I leave for New Orleans. I completely was dropped on the ball for me today, and I had the opportunity, so I figured I'd take it. But I was also dropped on the ball today that I have a week to find a place to live. I've been searching since like November. I will say though, like, I started in November, but I didn't get really aggressive about it until like mid-December, and I've come up with Jackal. For those of you who don't know, I actually was homeless. I've been homeless a couple of different times now. I have about a shot, if that, left of testosterone left. And then there is no more. And it feels like it feels like I've came this far just to take 10 steps back, and I have been unable to give myself this last shot because it just seems so final. It feels like this is gonna be my last shot ever. I mean, obviously, I know that's not the case, but that's honestly what it feels like. I feel like I have failed myself and my transition, and I completely feel like a failure. I'm also jobless. I've been putting in at least 2 applications a day. And I say 2 because, like, sometimes I'll be doing stuff with, like, Taylor or some other friends, and I won't really be home. But I do try to make sure that I put in 1 application a day. But when I'm sitting at home, I'll do an application because it takes at least, I don't know, depending on the application, it could take anywhere between, like, 10 minutes and 30. And doing them consecutively, sometimes, I have ADHD, and I have to play games or watch something or do something else to kind of distract me, and then I'll come do it. That's kind of the process of what I have. If I can't find a place in Kansas City, I'll probably be moving either to Ohio, Florida, or back to Michigan. I really don't know where I'm gonna go, to be honest. I do have an offer here in Kansas City, but it's very temporary, and I need something long-term, because obviously, I cannot be a stable person by myself, and I fucking hate that. I hate that so much. And I realize that I do need to go back on my medication. Medication that I can't afford. This is not talking about testosterone, just other types of medication, psychotropic. Because, I mean, I'm continuously falling back into depression, and it's becoming harder and harder to get out of it. Sometimes, on some days, I can ignore it completely, but it's never gone. I don't know what to do, and I keep telling myself that, you know, everything happens for a reason, and if I do move, you know, it'll be a new opportunity, a new state. Well, Ohio I've been to a multitude of times, only in, like, the Toledo area, but I've been to Ohio. I've been there so many times, because I lived in Michigan, and that was, like, a day trip. Like, you know, people either take you to Cedar Point, or, you know, just drive down there to Cosi, or, you know, at one point I was living with my foster parents, and, they raced horses for a living, and I was a stable boy, and I went in the back, and I took care of the horses, as well as, you know, gave them water and shit like that. And we were in Toledo for quite a while. Pretty much every weekend in the summer we were either in Toledo or we were up in Hazel Park at their raceway. So Ohio wouldn't be new to me. Florida would be. Michigan wouldn't either. I also got an offer to move to Vegas. But I'd rather not move out of state. I made my beginnings here. And when I say beginnings, I don't mean like, you know, I'm famous or, you know, I grew up here or whatever, but Kansas City was a fresh start for me. Kansas City is where I started my transition. Kansas City, I came into the BDSM community here. I have met a multitude of friends, and I would hate to give that up, but at the same time, as of right now, and I don't know if it's my depression or what, as of right now, like, I just don't see a future in Kansas City. Like, I'm struggling out here. And I know back in Michigan, where I came from, I don't really have any support. I mean, I have a select few friends, Ashley, and, you know, other people who I met prior to me moving here. Now, I met other people in Michigan, trans guys, that I've talked to online, in Michigan, but I've never met them or anything, so I can't really, you know, speak on that. But I'm sorry, I'm trying my hardest not to, like, break down in front of the camera. I don't know what to do, and I don't want this to be a goodbye to Kansas City, but I fear even if I do take up on this buddy's offer and, like, live there for 2 months until at least I get a job, if I can get a job, that another thing won't come up and I'm gonna have to move anyway. So I've been, like, thinking about it, like, since I've got the news about my living situation. I've been really debating just saying fuck it and move, because I mean, if it doesn't happen now, when is it gonna happen? At least now I have the money to buy a ticket and go. I got my taxes so that that would help me. But at the same time, like, if I move, would I find myself in the same situation? Or, you know, I would, other than the people that I would be living with, which I would be living with my psychotic, semi-transphobic mother, or her cousin, I want to say. It's either her cousin or her niece. Either way, she's like up there in age, and she knew me when I was a little baby, and she never really met me before. She's supportive, I guess. She hasn't really, you know, said anything bad against me being trans or anything. But I don't know. So I'm like at a crossroads, like, what do I do? And if I leave, I would be leaving behind a lot. Not necessarily in materialistic things, because I barely have anything to my name, so that's really not an issue to me. But my biggest worry is, if I stay, you know, if I get kicked out because I could not find a job or whatever, where would I go? And I know a lot of you would say, well, you continuously put in apps, and that's all fine and dandy. You can do that all day long. That doesn't mean you're gonna get a call back. You can call them, bug them, like, every fucking day. Although it's highly, against. I do it, like, maybe twice a week. After the application's been in there for, like, at least 3 days to a week. Then I start calling, because I'm like, hey, you know, I got an application in, blah, blah, blah. Hi, my name is insert birth name here, you know, but, you know, in 2 months, would I have that money to move, if need be? Because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to, one, a stable place to live. Like, I'm not sleeping on those streets again. I've done that too many times, and it is the dead of winter right now. The dead of winter. I can't. I won't. So, it becomes a choice of, you know, saying goodbye to friends for my safety and possibly a stable place to live. At least much more stable than I've ever had. I'm scared. I'm absolutely terrified. It's the same feeling that I felt when I was in Michigan and I couldn't find a place when I was living with an old mentor of mine. It's that same helpless feeling, that internal void within myself that I can't do anything right. I'm looking at the camera because I have this constant need to look at my hair. It's shiny and I hate it, but I'm dealing with it for now. But that's beside the fact. I don't know. I know I can't go on living with it like this. I mean, hell, if I had a car, I would be pretty fucking set. I'd live out of my car and for as long as I needed to. I would park my ass in front of like a McDonald's or something for like an hour or two to fill out applications when the library is closed or whatever. I would find a fucking way. That wouldn't be an issue. And you know, Walmarts are always fucking open, so if I had to use the bathroom, go over there, and then like when a couple of days go by or whatever, I could always ask a buddy for if I could use their shower for, you know, to shower. So I mean, if I had a car, I wouldn't be fucking stressing about this fucking shit. Like, what you mean? I'll have a permanent fucking house just to take with me anywhere I go. But, unfortunately, that is not an option for me right now. Unfortunately. Otherwise, I would totally fucking do it. You don't even know. I would love to. And then I could fucking go anywhere. I could literally... I didn't even have to pack. I could just drive anywhere the fuck that I wanted. Yeah, gas money would be an issue, but, I mean, I'd fucking become an Uber driver if that was the case. And... fuck it. But, yeah, that's my life. So right now I'm looking at, do I stay in Kansas City or do I leave? Do I, A, live in Kansas City or not? And if I do live in Kansas City, you know, will I be able to get a job quickly enough? As well as this whole fucking testosterone situation. Like, I am out of tea. One shot left. Maybe a shot and a half. At max, I would say. And then, I haven't taken my shot 2 weeks, because I can't give myself it. Like, I tried, I wasted a needle, I opened it, and went to stab myself, and I physically could not do it. I broke down crying. It just feels really unreal that I don't have testosterone. I've been on it. This is like the only thing that I've done consistently for a whole year. Ever in my life. Because that's how serious I was with it. And that's not an issue. That's not an option right now. Not an issue. It's an issue, but it's not an option right now. I mean, I see a lot of people, trans people in Florida. So if I move in Florida, and Dr. Garamoni is there, which a lot of people know of him and stuff. Even though I don't want to go to him. But, I mean, if need be, I will. But, I mean, you know, so I'm not too worried about finding other trans people there. It's more so Ohio that I'm worried about. Because a lot of that state, most people don't understand, is a lot of it is just farms. You know, you got Toledo and you got, what was it, Columbus, I think? Yeah, I want to say Columbus, that are big, you know, towns or whatever, but majority else of it is fucking farms on farms on farms, and it's really, really Republican, and I don't know how well I would do there, to be quite honest, but I don't know. I wanted to make this video because, like I said, I'm leaving for New Orleans tomorrow. Making a pit stop in Columbus and then fucking St. Louis. So if I see you there, you know, hi. Thank you for watching. If not, I'm sorry. And maybe when I'm there, I'll do a little vlogging or something. I will do something. But either I will make the video as soon as I get back, or I would make a video while I'm there. Probably while I'm there, just so to get it out of the way. But yeah, this is my life right now, and I just wanted to get a lot of shit off my chest. I'm hoping I'm really hoping that if I get past this, that things will finally start looking up and actually stay up. And I know that's unrealistic, and when I say stay up, I mean at least, like, stability. Like, that's all I fucking want. I want stability so bad. So bad. But, you know, I figured in about 10 years, all this stuff that I've gone through, it would probably make me much more of a wiser person. Alright. I gotta go. But I appreciate whoever's watching this video. Thank you. And you have a wonderful day.